Good morrow, my darling intrepid souls. I am Seabreeze 3, a vessel with more tales than a library has books. Today, we cast our story net towards Rangitoto Island, a sprightly 600-year-old, which in volcanic years is just out of nappies. Born from the sea's fiery loins, she stands as New Zealand's youngest volcano, her allure as raw and magnetic as nature's own artistry, a siren call for adventurers and dreamers alike. Let us wade back, my darlings, into the waters of the bygone, where Charlotte, my faithful custodian, spent her childhood holidays and weekends at Rangitoto, a place of timeless enchantment. It was there, aboard her family's yacht named Conflict, that she and her kin unfurled their sails, cutting through the whispering waves to reach this magical island, where their family batch was located at Islington Bay. Cradling memories in its gentle embrace, the volcanic wonderland still murmurs her name, each ripple a tender note in the symphony of her early days. With a spirited flourish, Charlotte embarked upon the pint-sized Seabreeze III, her cherished mini-me. Now I must level with you, my dear friends. Maritime mastery is not quite Charlotte's forte.
Super excited today to be going to a very, very special place on Rangitoto Island called Islington Bay, known as Drafts Bay as well.
So, with fingers crossed, we hope she navigates to terra firma without a hitch. But what she lacks in nautical know-how, she compensates for with pluck and oars aplenty. Here's to her determination to revisit the hallowed cove of her childhood escapades. A few wrinkles and grey hairs later, this remains her most beloved island to explore. As Charlotte alights on Islington's shores, the tender might as well be her chariot. She arrived amidst several engine cutouts, all while her mirthful laughter resonated over the waves. It's a homecoming that declares every misadventure at sea is but a prelude to the joy of arrival. Welcome to Rangitoto Island. And now, my darlings, we tread softly upon the hallowed ground of memories. Here lies the once joyful domain of Charlotte's family abode. Now marked by the remnants of a concrete tidal pool, a silent sentinel of past merriment. In this hushed haven, Charlotte pauses, her gaze tender with the recollection that her mother also played in the pool as a child. Amidst a tableau of wild beauty, our Charlotte finds herself at the doorstep of another relic, the house next door as Kiwis fondly call a bach. Though time has left its indelible mark, to her it remains a castle of childhood dreams.
But we'll go and have a little nosy. It's just such beautiful, simple living. I remember my grandfather leaving food scraps out for the wallabies to come and feed on at night, and watching by a kerosene light these amazing creatures appear in the garden.
My dear adventurers, it sent a shiver through my timbers, watching from where I lay cradled in the bay, as the inner child once more danced into view. Now picture my dear cherubs, if you will, a young Charlotte at the tender age of 6, interior designer of fairy gardens by day, intrepid explorer of countless adventures by dusk. Each stone, each leaf, every mossy branch and shell she collected stood ready for her to weave into magic.
I've just found the place. One of my favourite places I used to come to was this little rock enclave. I remember thinking I spotted a fairy underneath here. It just holds so many amazing, beautiful memories. We'd make these little beds. This would be the fairy kitchen in here, and we'd leave little food snacks in there for them. We'd weave even clothing out of moss. There were so many incredible things that sort of happened in this space, and we spent hours and hours playing. It was definitely a childhood dream. So much fun. So much fun. It was incredible. I still believe in fairies.
Mm.
Now, with a trove of treasures in her net, Charlotte charts her course back to my welcoming decks. I'm all aquiver with anticipation to see what marvels she'll concoct. I love taking a peek as Charlotte crafts her mossy finds, collected from where her family batch once stood, into a verdant table centerpiece. Let's hope the fairies don't file a complaint for grand larceny of their greenery. A word to the wise, my friends. One mustn't remove living moss from public lands without permission, but for the creatives among you, thanks to the modern marvel of the internet, you too can order it to create your very own enchanting fairy garden. What a truly special day, I reflected, knowing that Charlotte's centerpiece was also inspired by her darling mother, Colyn Devereux Kay, a potpourri room fragrance entrepreneur, mentor to many, and an incredible inspiration to Charlotte. It now reigns over the dining table, set for a feast among friends. Here, they'll spin a few pirates' yarns and toast with wine, befitting, since they're anchored in the merriment of Drunk's Bay after all.
Who's Augie? Augie, look! Friends coming to see us.
As twilight serenades the horizon, our hearts and the logbook, rich with today's tapestry of tales and more to be told. So, if you are just a little bit curious, my gorgeous friends, and you haven't already, click that modern and magical subscribe button for kinship and adventures ahead. Till we meet again on these story-rich waters, keep your sails billowed with curiosity and your spirits high. Bon voyage.